Nigel!
Nigel! Good boy. It's under here. Good boy. Hello, welcome to Gardener's World. Now, traditionally, August is rather a flat time in the garden. People go away on holiday and they feel they're not missing a lot. But I love August, not least because here in the Jewel Garden, the colours really stoke up and you get those intense reds and oranges and purples all working together. And they can take the light and the heat of these days. And as well as enjoying what the garden has to offer, I shall also be working in the pond, sorting it out, trying to get it as healthy as possible for the rest of summer and hopefully cooling off a bit. Joe visits a garden in North Wales where you might expect there to be heavy rainfall. But in this particular case, they discovered that they had much more water than they bargained for, but have made a virtue of it.
Is this being fed from...
This has been fed from the springs at the top there. Well, you can actually see now.
Oh, right, okay.
There we are.
That's just an actual spring. You sure that's not solar powered?
No, not solar powered.
It's gorgeous.
Joe's been to visit a garden in North Wales where the water is absolutely an elemental part of the garden.
Nestled between mountains and sea, Conwy is one of the wettest regions of Britain. But here lives a gardener who not only has the local weather to contend with, he also lives in an area known locally as the Field of the Seven Springs. You getting the idea? When Dafydd Lloyd Boland moved into his house on a unique Water-Riven site, he realised this mountainside location could be a great gardening opportunity.
The river comes from the top of the field over here and then comes down into our garden and then through into neighbouring properties over here.
When you took over this plot, you knew the river was there, did you?
When we took over the plot, we heard water, as we can today. We couldn't see it. It was like a bit of a discovery. We had to creep through the brambles and remove a tree from the top there. And eventually we found the stream we see here today.
So you thought, oh, brilliant, I've got my own water, my own irrigation system.
Well, that's right, and I thought it was a really great gardening opportunity. You know, we've got all this water.
Yeah.
We can use it for planting and, yeah. We've got about 20 springs in the garden, which just appear, as we've been gardening and developing the garden, they just appear. And we've had to divert them and put them into place in the garden where it's a bit drier.
You're controlling the springs?
We are.
So you're moving them around, they go, what, away from the lawn areas? And
away from lawn areas, all the dry areas you want to keep dry, yeah.
How do you divert a spring?
Just dig a big hole. Line it with some Mitex, put some stones in, and then put a flexible tube in.
You're actually creating an underground irrigation system all the way through here?
Underneath, yeah. And
Okay.
using some planting as well. We've been putting some a lot of willow trees and things like that and try and suck the water up as well.
Yeah. You really have a huge array of plants, really, considering
We do, yeah.
the diverse conditions that you've got here. Some of them are really dry. Flow mist, lavender. You've got a big eucalyptus tree over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that likes to grow in a desert. It likes bushfires on it. Have you diverted streams around it or something?
Well, the eucalyptus is quite dry there. But, I mean, we do well here because the lavender is at the top of the bank, so they like the arid conditions up there.
Yeah,
And things that
and phormiums as well.
I know. It's fantastic, isn't it?
So where does it get really wet then?
Well, you can see here, we've got a slight problem here. You can sort of see the water coming through here.
Oh, I can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it in the floor here. This is one of our new springs now.
This is for 2012?
This is 2012 spring, yeah. You can see the water's coming through here. We'll probably leave it for a month or so, see if it sorts itself out. If not, we'll have to dig a trench across here.
Yeah.
Try and work out where the water sort of stops, and then drain down
Divert
into
it
this bed here.
down towards these phormiums.
Towards these phormiums, yeah.
And then where? It just goes down the hill?
And then we've got another drain at the bottom of this bed, which will then take it around the side.
It's a lot of work. Does it not wind you up after a while? Do you not think, can I not just have a normal garden?
I could shot garden instead, yeah. It's
It's like not garden rather than become sort of underground plumbing science.
That's right, it's like civil engineering, isn't it? But yeah, it's the thing we've got used to, and I found in the past, if we ignore it, it causes more problems, so we just get on with it and pop them in.
Just pop them in, get on with it, move on.
That's right, yeah.
Even though the springs are a continuing challenge, some of the planting is phenomenal. Only a keen gardener who knows this site intimately could pull this off. What about this? Is this been fed from?
This has been fed from the springs at the top there. Well, you can actually see now.
Oh, right,
There we
okay.
are.
That's just a natural spring.
That's a natural spring.
Again?
Yeah. So that's just started working this morning, actually.
You sure that's not solar powered?
No, not at all. No, there's no.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that's a natural spring.
No, that's a pump, yeah. Got me there, Joe, yeah.
Yeah. And here we've got much wetter planting. I mean, ligularias and the ragged robin. Have you planted that in there?
Planted there last year, loves it there.
That is
It's
doing
well.
really nicely. Oh, it's a great array of plants.
But,
It's a lovely pond, though.
It fills up and goes out the far corner, down the garden.
And it just carries on over there,
Down.
and down and away, and it's become somebody else's problem.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.